The casino?
Yeah, but you don't do Turning Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Turning Stone every Monday.
What is the promotion that you get?
Every Monday.
There's a lot of promotions.
I forget what it said.
Say hi to the camera, guys. We're live.
Right when I was
First time
picking
on
my
camera.
nose?
We've been live the entire time.
Damn, here we go.
This time we're going to do trivia on camera so they can watch you guys melt down.
I'm a master at trivia.
Yeah?
I didn't get here early, so you can't blame me for cheating.
Cheating. It's rigged anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Welcome, Riddell Sports Network. I'm Dan. This is Air.
What's up?
Dave.
Spencer Jones pushed up to AAA.
Uh-oh.
Five more years, he should be in the big leagues.
We'll see him by 2030.
Yeah, definitely.
Good Lord. All right. Baseball first, as always. The Yankees, and I put this stat together. The Yankees are terrible in extra innings, especially on the road. They're 1-6 this season. They can't move runners over. They strike out and pop out, fly out more than anybody. They're awful. Every time they go to extra innings, I just know what it's going to be. Since the ghost runner rule was enacted, you know the ghost runner rule, Dare?
Refresh my memory on that.
So when you get to extra innings, the last man to be out is put on second base for free. It's terrible. It's so that they speed the game up.
Right.
Yankees didn't get the memo on that, though. They don't speed up their side of the game because they don't score the run.
No. That game we went to on Friday was so boring.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
It was terrible.
I seen they were winning up until 7th inning, maybe.
Next
8th
2
inning,
days were good.
something like that.
Next 2 days is Saturday. They pounded them.
How'd they do on Sunday? I couldn't watch it because it was on
That's
Flim Flam Magoo TV.
I couldn't watch.
Goddamn
you
stupid.
guys' game I couldn't watch.
Was it on Prime?
I have no idea. Was it
Yeah,
on
it was
Prime?
probably
I don't
on
know.
Prime.
I didn't even check Prime.
Sunday it was on Tubi or some shit.
Yeah, it was on Tubi.
Or Voodoo.
Oh, Roku,
whatever.
Nice.
It was on Tinder.
Yeah.
Good God.
That'll be next.
But since the Ghost Runner rule is inactive, the Yankees have the worst of all the teams. Rockies, White Sox, Marlins, the worst extra innings road record, period. Full stop. 13 and I believe 27.
Well, the main
And
problem
extras.
is you refuse to bunt. You don't situational hit. You know what I mean? Nobody's looking to go right side when you got the guy on second base. Push him over any way you can. Push him over. You got a guy, first guy strikes out, next guy flies out. Now you got a guy on second with 2 outs.
Home runs are sexy, but you know, this is what it's become.
But everybody abandons the bunt. They say if you're not the home team, you don't bunt because you're trying to get more runs. No, I want that first run. Give me that first run, then we'll worry about the next runs. So I'm bunting him over. Now I got 2 chances. Well, another chance to get a sac fly.
And you know the other fun thing about it? Let's say, Dare, you come in to pitch the 10th inning. The guy on second base that got out last inning, if he scores and your team doesn't, you get the loss.
Wow.
Crazy. And I didn't even give up a run.
You could give up a ground out to second base and a sac fly, and you get the loss. Brilliant. You get to explain this one because what you put in the doc was so
It was
jacked
late.
up.
It was late. Yeah, so what's happening, I guess, is this big league advance. They meet with young kids. I don't know whether it's early stages of college, whatever, when they get to the minors, and they offer them a handful of cash. Well, I guess they want a percentage when you get your big money. And now Tatis got paid, so now they want $32 million from him. I guess it's like 10%, 10% or something like that. Now, a kid that's 19, you're throwing him $800,000 or whatever they're paying him. He's probably like, oh my God, I've never seen that money in my life.
Yeah.
And now he's suing, saying that they took advantage of him.
It's not like an interest loan. It's just we give you money, you give us 10%.
Yeah, basically.
What a scam.
Yeah.
We should get into that.
But
business.
on the other hand,
we'll have him pay us 9%.
But on the other hand, you gotta think what happens to the guy that's a flop. Yeah. They're gonna lose out on that. You know what I mean?
All it takes though is one Tatis,
True.
and you're set for like the next
20 guys. Yeah. True. It's garbage. So I mean, don't they have agents or anything that early? You know what I mean? If you're really good, You know what I mean? Like a Mike Trout or somebody like that. Don't you have agents early to take care of you?
He wasn't. The White Sox gave him up for basically. I can't remember. Was it like James Shields or somebody?
I don't know.
And he wasn't like this big star until he started popping the juice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's wild.
So it's in the 30s. Whatever money he's owed, it's in the 30s.
So they want it right off rip, or they want 10% of his contract every
the
year?
article didn't say. They just said he owes like 32 or something.
So he's probably $3 million a year, or $30 million a year for 10 years or whatever. So they want.
Yeah.
Yikes. Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully he didn't sign a contract for that. Came across this the other day. The Mets are struggling. It's pretty funny, but the Braves fans were chanting overrated at him.
Good.
Cash or trash, Juan Soto overrated.
We knew this as soon as he wasn't batting in front of Judge. We knew this. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a great player, but you're not the generational talent like everybody thought you were. Yeah, he's not Mike Trout. You would never touch a Mike Trout or anybody like that. He's not even Acuna. You know what I mean? You're not in that league. You landed in the perfect position. You landed on the Yankees to market you. You landed in front of one of the best hitters on the planet, and you blew up.
Yeah.
You should send Judge a birthday card because he got you paid.
Aren't Mets pretty good this year?
Yeah, they're still first or borderline first or right there.
They're in second because
are they in second now?
They dropped 9 of 10. He's making $746 million
plus
whatever the number
plus. Don't forget all the pluses.
And he's batting 256. So,
which is okay.
It's not.
Which is okay if you got 35 home runs right now.
Yes.
So my question is, how'd they do last year?
Mets?
Same.
Yeah, they do this. They do this every year.
Okay, so he wasn't really.
Yeah, they'll get into
impact.
first place. They'll lose it at the mid break, and then they'll get to the end, and then they'll blow it. They do it every year.
To the Dodgers in the second round last year.
Yeah, they do the same thing every year.
But yeah, I'm so glad they didn't sign him.
Yeah, me too.
He's a hole. They have enough defensive holes as it is.
Yeah.
They being the Yankees.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny that the Braves are getting on him. So.
They, them, the Yankees, or just they?
They?
I prefer they, them.
They, them. That's what I was almost offended, but thank you.
What are you talking about?
Do I have to put my shirt back on?
Take it off, you mean?
No.
You got, how many of those shirts you got?
Getting weird.
Yeah.
White Sox MLB ban fan from Marte incident indefinitely. That is very poorly worded.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah. A White Sox fan was saying some things about Marte's mother, who's recently deceased.
Yeah, she died in a car crash in 2017, I believe it was.
So the fan was removed and banned. Cash or trash on that one. Should they be able to say what they want?
I mean,
I think so.
Seeing this dude's face, I mean, it must still be hard on his heart because he was bawling. Did you see the clip? Yeah. I mean, he just lost it. But on the other hand, I mean, they pay for the seats. Something like that shouldn't really bother a professional athlete. I don't know. You know what I mean? You're a professional athlete.
Would this fly 30 years ago?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, I mean, I'm saying, would he get banned 30 years ago?
No, absolutely not.
No, the guy would have gone in the stands and punched him in the face.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, out of respect for the White Sox, they did the next game. They gave him a standing ovation when he came to the plate. They put a big thing on the board and said, you know, we appreciate Marte, blah, 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 blah.
He's not on the White Sox.
I know. They were playing the White Sox the next day.
Arizona,
yeah. But I thought it was pretty cool they did that. Because, I mean, he was broke. Watch the clip later. He was definitely broke.
Now, morally, it's messed up.
Oh, it is, definitely.
But should he be banned? I mean, the White Sox sell 800 tickets a game anyways.
And that's why they heard it, though.
Yeah.
If it was Yankee Stadium, you wouldn't even heard them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he said, they showed the kid when he was getting tossed, and he said something of, how's your mother, or something like that. I mean, it wasn't even, he didn't go deep. He just said something about how's your mother doing,
what if he
or
didn't
something.
know?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the kid,
because you know how guys mess with each other. Like, oh, how's your mom?
Yeah.
What if the guy didn't know?
Yeah, when
he's at home just
when they were throwing him out, he was like, "Yo, I just said, how's your mother?" or whatever the quote he said.
I think that's a bit extreme.
They banned him from every stadium. Not even just this one. It's every
okay.
stadium. Yeah. All MLB parks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rough. And he's 22.
Yeah, he was young.
22-year-olds are assholes. Like, just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. I don't know. I don't want to approve of it, but I also don't. I think a ban's a bit extreme.
Yeah.
What if they did a ban for the rest of the
year,
season
yeah,
and then said, okay,
you do anything like this again, you're done.
yeah. Kind of like a PED suspension.
Yeah.
You know, you get the 80 games, then you get the 2 years or whatever. Yeah.
How are they going to know if he doesn't just go to a stadium anyways? I don't understand the ban.
That's true.
A lot of those places have face recognition, though.
Yeah, but the White Sox probably don't.
What?
We went New York City. Me and Brandon, seriously, we went to New York City, and there's face recognition and Family Dollar across the street from Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
We walk in, and on the screen, it's reading our faces. Swear to God. Next time you go across under the bridge and go to that Family Dollar. Me and Brandon are looking like, what the hell?
Weird. Real weird.
Wow.
Judge bobblehead.
Let's go, Superman.
From the game, we traveled to the stadium to watch him lose, of course. And
120-degree heat, by the way.
yeah.
Rubbing that in my face while I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Did that? Thank you.
Oh, there, don't worry. It's only worth $1.25 right now. Not bad.
Not $1.25 either.
Thank you.
I got 3 of them.
I just watched this one before we started. Coastal Carolina in the College World Series final. The coach was ejected in the bottom of the first. Gives him a warning. He comes out, says, "For what?" Guy says, "Arguing balls and strikes." And he said, "That's because you missed 3." And then gets run. What?
Did you see the whole clip?
Yeah.
Of what happened when the guy fell?
Yeah.
He said he pushed him. That's why he's getting suspended and he's getting fined.
He did not push him.
He did not touch him. The guy tripped over the other umpire's foot.
I think they made a little contact initially,
yeah.
but the contact didn't cause the to fall.
His feelings were just hurt.
Yeah. Real crappy that the LSU Tigers end up winning again. Was it last year they won or 2 years ago?
I know they won quite a few out of the last. Yeah, maybe it was.
And
last.
Dylan Cruz and all those guys.
Didn't they win like 2 out of the last 4 or something? Or was that Oklahoma? I think it was them.
This would be their second of the last however many years. This is just whack.
Yeah.
How umps can affect an entire.
And it drives me nuts with umps. They keep coming at you. They keep staring at you. They keep walking over to you. It's crap. It's garbage. Say what you got to say. You threw me out. Break it up and get away from me.
Okay. Real quick. NHL draft is tonight. And it's set up a lot like the NFL draft, 7 rounds. There's a thing that we're going to get to. The reason I wanted to bring this up, I'm not going to go. I don't know a lot about the players enough yet to like kind of give my thoughts on the draft. I'll work my way there. But we're going to talk shortly, if you see that tab at the end that says NHL, on why I brought this up. But I'll probably check it out tonight, see how the presentation is and everything. But seems pretty interesting. I don't know how many days it is, but like the freaking NBA draft, which we'll just jump to now because the NBA has 60 picks, 59 this year for some reason. Maybe someone lost one. And they run it over 2 days.
Yeah, I don't get that. Wrap it up in 1 day. Who's watching the second day?
I don't know. Who's watching the first day? Does anyone care?
The first handful of picks care about, but past
I do that for every draft. Watch the first few and
exactly. Or if you have a specific player you're looking out for, you'll check. Okay, he went. 50th, whatever.
The scam, the rig, the fix is complete. Mavericks get Cooper Flagg.
I will tell you that dude is the most down to earth youngin I've ever seen. The way he reminds me of how Judge speaks when he goes in interviews and stuff like that. This kid is down to earth. I think he's going to be exactly what Mavs need.
This isn't going to be their season because Kyrie Irving's out. So that's
till like May, right?
Yeah,
April.
They said he backed out of his he sign a contract? Did you put it on there? Okay.
But he can establish himself as the ball control guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody else is going to handle the ball. It's going to be all.
They still have a decent team if they pick up a point guard to run for now.
Who is there? Why do I want to say Dimwitty? It's not Dimwitty. Who is it? Who's their point guard?
Dinwiddie's what? Small forward, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a
bigger?
power forward.
Well, they Dinwiddie's small forward. Then they have PJ.
Is he?
Washington.
He's bigger. Yeah.
He's a bigger dude. Yeah. They don't really have a point guard. They had two with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, and they're both gone. So
that means Kyrie's going to LA.
Yeah. No, they'll get Giannis and Jokic.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see that? I won't jump. Did you see that with Jokic? What the owner said?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I'd hate to get to the point where we're going to have to get rid of number 15 or whatever number he is." 15, dude, are you bugging? You're tripping.
It was like out of left field. He didn't even have to say that. Yeah. He's just
you're tripping.
You heard it here first. Nikola Jokic to the Lakers, and they'll get the number 1 pick in the draft next year.
Jokic will just peace out. If they try to trade him, I'm going home.
Unbelievable. You know what's coming. Any thoughts other than Cooper Flagg, which he's obviously hit? He's the second youngest player ever drafted, behind Bears boy LeBron James, who we'll get to in a minute.
A couple weeks, right?
Yeah. Because he skipped an entire year of high school, played his college year at 17. So
you got a list of the people drafted?
Well, yeah. Here, if you want to.
Oh, I got it right there. I know Dave was talking about. Did you put that in with the Toronto Raptors?
Yeah.
Guy that didn't want to go. Well, the guy Ace Bailey did not want to go to the Jazz.
Yeah. He literally
didn't want to do anything.
Yeah,
he literally put that there was 2 teams that he did not want to go to. It was Jazz and Hornets, and he landed on Jazz.
Everybody hates the Jazz, it seems like. What's wrong with just living in Utah, probably?
Utah is gorgeous.
Is there much to do? Just
maybe because
bunch of whites out there?
Maybe because that
might be his problem, yeah. Hornets did good. They got Con Canoopel and the dude that they got at the end of the first, who's another big. I'm blanking. Hornets. Oh, they got him in the second round. Ryan Kalkbrenner. Oh.
And Dylan Harper's
Ron
Harper's kid.
Yeah.
Anybody from Cusco? I didn't even.
I doubt it. They sucked. They were bad.
This Cuse. Yeah.
No.
What's your guy? What's your guy that went to Toronto?
He went what? 9th right there.
Colin Murray Boyles, who clearly did not want to be on the.
He stood up. He swore.
Yep, shaking his head.
Yeah.
Dropped an F. Oh,
what's wrong with Toronto?
I don't know. He's gonna be one of them guys that refuses to play.
Who would want to live in Canada?
Probably all of our Canadian listeners.
With their monopoly.
You probably have a lot of them.
Their monopoly money. Wants to mess with that.
They were ripping out my money. I went into one of the stores and they were picking out my money. I said, "Your money looks like Disney bucks, and you're talking about my money
with your $2 coin." The hell is that? Yeah, we'll see. Dylan Harper, if he develops as he's supposed to.
That's a good.
Him with Wemby,
definitely.
There he is.
I don't know what's up with Wemby though, because he had like a blood clot, and
a lot of them guys did.
Yeah,
there was like 3 or 4 this year. That's the most I've ever seen.
Oh, Damian Lillard, I think.
Lillard was out a few times with it, and somebody else.
Yeah. Dave's boy, Colin Murray Boyles, was caught saying, "What the F?" when he was drafted by the Raptors. Look at these arrogant-ass kids.
See, my attitude would be, I'm in the NBA. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's make something out of this team.
That's why I detested Eli Manning for a while. With that whole fiasco with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like, just clown stuff.
Yeah.
You're in the NBA. Be happy. Yeah. Work out your rookie contract. If you hate Toronto,
don't resign.
Free agents.
Yeah, don't resign.
Stop being a clown. You're living out the dreams of millions of people who tune in to watch it just because they like it.
And I love when these guys complain and you haven't even stepped on the field or the court or anything yet. You know what I mean? You're already complaining.
Who's on the Raptors? I'm going blank. I don't think there's anybody of name.
DeRozan was on Spurs, right? Last time.
Is he on Sacramento now?
I don't know. It's confusing.
But this would be a stage to shine if you're the guy.
That's how I would look at it.
And then after your contract runs out, hey,
I work to get my money. Yeah.
They have Ochai Agbaji. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, I got his jersey.
One?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scotty Barnes, right? He's decent.
Yeah, he's decent. RJ Barrett.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, my dude. Grady Dick.
Is this new? No, is he still on there?
I don't know. I just went to roster for.
You got Grady Dick. I got his jersey at home.
Oh,
Jameson Battle's a fantastic name.
Oh, they got Brandon Ingram. Wasn't he on LA?
Yeah.
Oh, he must have just went over. He was on Pelicans.
Yeah.
Hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that later. Kyrie Irving declines the option for $43 million and then signs an extension with the Mavericks.
Oh, he did wind up signing an extension.
He declined a $43 million option and signed a 3-year $119 million, which is 39.6. So he took a pay cut. So I don't know if we give him a lot of credit for making 40 instead of 43, but hey, that's rare these days.
What is he, 33?
Gotta be his 30s,
what was the extension for? The extension that
3 years.
the one he declined.
Oh,
I mean, what he
would've been the
declined, was that
final
just
year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so he got his 2 other years. He was making sure he was getting 2 more years regardless, because he's probably due for an injury.
Come on, man. He's on an injury.
I knocked.
He's going to come back and tear the other one?
Yeah.
Well, he had the organization by the balls because they can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
You're going to get rid of Luka and then Kyrie? Yeah, no, you're not doing it.
Don't put it past them.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
They're like, listen, Nico, we need you to trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers. He's like, what? Listen, we'll give you the number 1 pick, no matter what.
We'll rig it for you.
Yeah, you just got to lose in the first round. You can't make it to the playoff bracket. You got to lose out. All right, we got you.
It's so crazy because they were, if they won that game, they wouldn't have been in the lottery. It is so crazy to think it's rigged.
Yep.
But it's such a big coincidence.
That's garbage anyways. How am I the crappiest team? I won 8 games all year, and I don't get the first pick? What the hell is that?
That was like the Bobcats that year.
Man.
They legitimately won 7 or 8 games, and they were like the 3rd pick.
That is
Because they were a
terrible.
new franchise, right? They had nobody.
That is awful.
Yeah. The reason that they won 7 or 8 games, yeah.
If you want to tank.
Yeah.
Because you're the one that's losing fans and you're losing money, so tank.
Yep.
That's hurting you. Yeah, it might help you out in the future, but as of right now, that's hurting you.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't know. Real weird. But
Yeah.
a couple more bits here. Pelicans trade CJ McCollum to the Wizards for Jordan Poole. Thoughts on that, Derry? You know these guys more than I do.
Does that matter?
Yeah, McCollum. I feel like McCollum is a little older, but Poole. Do you remember he got knocked out by Draymond Green, and then they sent him off to Washington,
He
where
was decent.
I
mean, he wasn't a stud, but he was decent.
He thinks he's better than he is, so he'll be jacking up threes, and he's not that guy.
These are 2 below average teams. Both teams missed the playoffs, right? Even the play-in.
Yeah,
Trying to mix it up a little bit, I guess. I'm not really sure. These are two guys that are kind of even, right?
I think McCollum brings more value to the team. Jordan Poole is just.
At least McCollum was a name, you know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
a stud.
It was him and
At one
Lillard
point.
on Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Pelicans got Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, and the 40th pick.
Okay.
Oh. Kristaps Porzingis sent to the Hawks, a 3-team trade.
Yeah, obviously the question with this guy is the health. Obviously, if he's healthy, that Hawks team going to be pretty good. The East, I mean, you got how many guys out with injury? Tatum, Halliburton. Who's the other one? Damian Lillard.
That Halliburton Achilles, you could see when his foot planted.
Yeah, it just snapped. It's so gross.
And it was steady, and then it snapped and went flat.
Did you see his calf jump?
Yeah.
That's what always happens. You watch a calf jump. That's what happened with Rodgers. You watch a calf jump.
I felt bad for him because you're in game 7, you work all year, and you get to this. It was 16-16 in the first quarter. We'll get to that.
He came out firing too. He had 3 deep ones, and then no.
I think the Thunder got lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky there was one Achilles short. And then Celtics send Drew Holiday to Trailblazers for Anthony Simons. I almost said Anthony, just out of habit.
Yeah, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. They had to clear some space. They got rid of Porzingis, now Holiday.
Boston's gonna suck next year.
They're gonna suck.
Yeah.
Simons, he did win 6th man of the year, but he's the kind of guy. He's gonna chuck up more threes. And you remember we watching the Celtics had the record for 3-pointers. Now you got this guy coming in doing more threes.
Drive and kick, baby.
Go back to the old NBA. Just dunk in people's face.
Just get rid of the 2-point shot.
Yeah, I want to see people cramming on people again.
Or get rid of the 3-point shot.
It sucks they got rid of Holiday.
Or the 2.
Yeah.
Just make everything.
All you can do is dunk. That's it.
Yeah.
No 3, no 2. All you gotta do is dunk.
Then the big one, allegedly. Rockets add 15-time All-Star Kevin Durant and trade with the Suns.
Yeah, this puts him right in championship contention.
There.
Does it?
It puts them in championship contention, but why are they not going to win? Tell me. You can tell me.
Do they have Russell Westbrook on their team?
No,
I believe they do.
No, they don't.
No, Russell Westbrook's on Denver.
Who do they have on their team?
Harden?
Harden's not on that.
They
No,
have
Harden's
James
on
Harden.
he's on
James Harden?
Philly?
Oh, he's on Clippers.
Or 76ers.
That's right. Isn't he on Clippers? All
One or the
right.
other.
All right. He's not on
76ers.
Houston anymore. Okay. All right. He's got a chance to win. That's right. He's on
Tell me
Clippers.
he was on any of the other 29 teams other than the Mavericks, and
I think he's on Clippers, right? Doesn't he play with Kawhi?
I thought he was on the damn Rockets.
You're right. Clippers.
Yeah, he's on.
Good God, it's so hard to keep up, especially with these guys who just keep.
That's right.
Chasing.
I was thinking he was on Houston. All right, he's got a shot.
Rockets in the playoffs. Their problem was they didn't have a guy to make the big shot at the end. Now they got it. I think they're gonna be in the finals.
Yeah.
As long as everybody's healthy, it's with any team.
I would bet that they're not going to be.
Over...
Why would you think that Durant would just be the difference maker at 36? How old is he?
He's
35.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
efficient.
prime Durant, then we could have a talk. We got to talk about Dave's boy LeBron James because he's the front runner, bandwagon. Got to get his name in on everything. Someone was asking about Cooper Flagg. Let me get down to his quote here because this is classic LeBron James. He has the benefit, unlike myself. I won't do the voice this time. I won't.
Do it.
I'll try not to.
Was it a Stephen A thing?
No.
Oh,
he gets to join a team that's, and he said established with Hall of Fame guys, James said. Klay Thompson. Okay, so basically he's saying, well, when I started, so he's already making excuses.
Or is he lobbying for himself to be traded to Dallas? Yeah. They got enough dudes, and you'd love it. You'd be the first one to go out there and buy that jersey.
I'd have that jersey.
LeBron James said it, so I believe this.
Yeah.
Whatever is in that quote, I believe it.
But his whole thing is, he's starting off on a great team, and I didn't. So when his numbers are better than mine were my rookie year, I have an excuse. What about the ring chasing he's been doing for the last, 20 years? 18 years?
Please don't talk about LeBron James like that.
It's so weird on perspective because I didn't think of it like that. I thought he was just complimenting, he's got a good team he's going to.
No,
I didn't think
he's got
of
a
it
better team than I
making
had.
excuses.
You think he does anything for the benefit of anyone else except himself?
That's the
Other
perspective.
than getting his
I didn't look at it like
drafted.
that. I didn't look at it like that, but I can see where you see that.
Yeah. Because that's what it is, if we're being honest.
That's what it is.
I can see that side
He's
of it.
such a clown. It's just hard to describe. I don't know.
It's true, though. Cooper Flagg is going on a great team. That doesn't happen.
All those Hall of Fame guys that he's had on his team at one point in his career or another. Just by
not walking in the league. He walked in with Darius Miles and
Who else
was on that team?
Don't you dare disrespect Ilgauskas.
Wasn't that a Varejao team too?
Oh my god!
I think Varejao came
later?
a couple years later, but it was the same.
Because Varejao was balling. Varejao was good.
Mozgov.
Oh,
yes, you do.
This center?
Yeah, center. Yeah, he made that center pretty damn good.
Don't you disrespect Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Who's Tristan Thompson?
I will flip this table over. Thunder win Game 7. We mentioned the Halliburton injury, which was gross. Just gross to watch. Don't watch it back if you haven't seen it. But
I say watch it back.
you can just feel the moment because he was like up on his toe, and you could feel the moment where it snapped and it just went flat.
Yeah, done.
Nasty. Thoughts on the game 7, because it kind of got out of hand. It was close for the first half, even without him.
The Pacers did, after Halliburton went out, which Dave said he was balling. Like, it seemed like he was on a 30-point game if he stayed in. They hung with him till about the end of third quarter, and then there was 1 point. Thunder just went on a 9-0 run, and then from there, it was over. But respect to the Pacers. They did keep up.
Would they have won that game if he didn't get hurt? It felt like it right in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah, Halliburton was on fire.
But really, the better team won. You know what I mean?
They should have won, yeah.
Pacers, they definitely fought. They had a great run in the playoffs. Definitely farther than anybody thought.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely hats off to them.
Halliburton did a tweet. He had no regrets on it. I mean, who would sit out of the game 7?
Yeah. And that's what happens a lot. You get a calf injury or a leg injury or something like that, and that leads to the Achilles popping.
He knew the risk, but he did it.
Yeah.
No regrets.
And, there was some criticism of him crying. I don't think he was crying from the pain of the injury.
Oh, it could have been, man, I finally made it here, and this is going to happen to me. You know what I mean? It could have been everything, a big mix of everything. But they did say my boy got hit and tore his, and he said it's like getting a gunshot. He said it's like getting shot in your calf.
Yeah.
But if you...
There was one of the ones laughing at him.
If you got shot, are you gonna cry like that?
Hell yeah, I'm crying. You shoot me, I'm crying like a little baby.
I don't know. Would you cry?
Hell yeah.
Like scream?
Like literally tears. I'd be sitting there crying. Somebody just shot me in the back of my leg. And you didn't know it was coming?
I don't think you would cry.
Man.
I don't think you would. I think just like a scream of pain.
Yeah.
I think he was crying because it was the end of the longest season of his life. That close to the trophy.
Yeah, I think he knew the risk and he knew right away. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
But it's also like an emotional loss more than a painful one, but obviously very painful too. But yeah, Dare was criticizing him.
Laughing at him.
Dare would be the one going, All right. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders get a 400% pay raise.
Oh, they make $100 a game now?
They were making
they were making 50 a game or something.
$15 an hour. $15 an hour. Net whatever 400% is. Was it 75 an hour or something?
400 would be 60.
Thought I saw 75 an hour. And don't they have a show or something
so if it's
too?
Plus 400%, it would be 75. But if it's 400%,
I thought I saw 75 an hour.
So,
but yeah, the Buffalo Bills had their cheerleaders, and they were making a little over $100 a season.
Yeah. So somebody said was $50 a game. So one of the set of cheerleaders was making.
So they filed a lawsuit against Buffalo, the organization. They're like, all right, we don't need you anymore.
Oh no, shit.
They don't have cheerleaders since 2014.
Come on, man! All the money they make, they can't throw these checks $100 a game.
Yeah, I know.
How many cheerleaders? There's 12,
and they're kind of.
Oh, there's a lot.
Is there?
Yeah.
Don't they have a show where they have tryouts or something? Do you know what I'm talking about?
You got a tryout and everything. Yeah,
the replacements.
Oh, there's a reality show with these girls. Yeah, so I'm just saying they're well known, and they're getting paid $15 an hour.
The thing that's weird is the amount of money coming in. You're like, let's give Mike Parsons of the Cowboys $74 million a year. Cheerleaders, $6
an hour
a week.
How about the third string guy or the practice squad guy making $500,000 a year to sit on the bench?
Let me go to Burger King and make $19 an hour instead of doing this.
Yeah, I mean, if they gave them, a couple $100 a game. But then they still have to do practice and everything. Let's say it was $400 a week. They have to pay for travel, right?
I'm just saying, like the time and everything for travel.
But really, do the cheerleaders even make sense being in the game anymore?
Yes.
I mean, yes, they're gorgeous and everything. But during the game, do you really even notice them?
What kind of question is that?
No, I don't.
You don't even really see them.
It's mostly for the live crowd.
Yeah, true.
So, hey, single dads with their kids up there.
Can't stand up, son. Give me a second.
John Jones retires from UFC. Tom Aspinall called it. He was on the podcast with Chael Sonnen and Daniel Cormier. They were asking him about the John Jones fight like 2 months ago. He's like, don't worry about it. In his British accent, bro's retiring. He doesn't want it. There we go. He doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Thoughts on, I guess, his career as a whole? I just...
So the last I heard of this is he wanted to fight this guy and didn't want to fight this guy. I don't remember who it was. This was a couple months ago.
Wanted to fight Francis Ngannou.
Okay.
Was one of the options.
And he didn't want to fight this guy.
Didn't want to fight Aspinall.
When the fight was pushed on him, he retired. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Aspinall, it was the interim champion when John Jones got hurt. John Jones came back, so there's 2 heavyweight champions. And it's not like WWE. It'd be like 2 WWE champions side by side, not like 2 separate.
Right.
Like with boxing, they got 92 heavyweight titles.
Yeah, you'll see that they'll walk out with so many champions. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah. Oh, it's the lineal. Okay. Cool.
Only 2 or 3 really matter.
Right.
But yeah.
But so they were both walking around with the same title, waiting to unify them, and bro just dipped.
Yeah.
Obviously the greatest MMA fighter of all time.
No. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
But
he's smart though. He didn't get his ass
too
whooped
early though.
But this dude is Floyd Mayweathering it up.
He's smart.
He's gonna come back.
Yes.
It's gonna be one of those where he comes back.
When Tom Aspinall retires, he'll come back.
As soon as he loses to somebody else,
He'll be doing booty boot camp with the Luke Paul guy, whatever that nonsense is.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, he'll be doing a Netflix special with his ass out at some point soon.
did you see?
Guarantee it.
Can't think of the guy's name, but they interviewed a guy that was going to fight Jake Paul, and he said,
it's Jake? Why do I always call him Luke?
Is
there another guy?
Logan's the other one.
Logan and
Okay.
But Jake,
Right,
I can't think of the guy's name, but he said that they gave him a list of stipulations. Can't knock him out, can't do a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
And the dude was like, hell no, I'm not fighting him. I'm not doing that. He said he don't want out of this straight up.
That's in the contract. You can't knock Jake Paul out.
It was in Mike Tyson's contract too. If you go a round, you get paid this. If you go 3 rounds, you get paid this. If you go 5 rounds,
the gimmick with Tyson is
don't knock me out.
In order for Tyson to win against a guy who's half his age, he's got to knock him out quick. And the contract said, go 5 rounds, you get 10 million. Go 10, whatever the number. So
basically,
I didn't know that was a real thing.
Basically, keep Paul on his feet, and you're going to get paid.
Yeah. And then by that time, Tyson's worn out because he's 55.
Tyson's not smart enough to throw it correctly. You could see he wound up to hit him with a hook.
Yeah, there was
and he paused.
Good.
But yeah, this dude, I got to find his name, but he was a big boy, and he said, no, I'm not doing that. They gave him a whole list, and he said, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
And now he's fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who probably said, okay, you're going to give me $30 million? Hell yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's the clown stuff, and I guarantee John Jones will be doing that.
Yeah.
It's just a clown show at this point.
I didn't know about that. If that comes public, then nobody's going to watch those fights.
It's not supposed to be public, but these guys are. Google it. The dude was just on. I just seen him on TikTok a couple days ago.
But everyone knows it's a joke going in.
But they still watch it.
I don't watch it.
With the Mike Tyson, you're
Y'all
like,
did, right?
you're like, he's going to knock him out.
I already knew it. I already told everybody. I said, there's no way.
Well, that's in the back of my mind. I was hoping for it. That's what everybody hopes for.
And then they show Iron Mike all, tearing the bag up, all ripped up. And then they slip. He's got a couple of scenes where he's in a wheelchair. Yeah. You know what I mean? He can't walk, and they don't want you to see that. Dude can't even stand up straight.
It's a clown show.
Now he calls out somebody like Canelo. Why would Canelo fight him? Canelo ain't signing that stuff, but now you have the shot of if you landed that punch and you happen to catch Canelo, now you get paid and you're the champion. Yeah. If Canelo beats your ass like he's supposed to, I'm just a YouTuber. He was supposed to beat me.
100%.
Yeah.
Did Fury's little brother sign that same contract and said screw it and just knocked him out?
I don't know. He wanted to beat him. I don't know. He didn't knock him out, but he beat him.
Yeah.
Who beat who?
Tyson Fury's brother beat Jake Paul.
Oh.
He didn't knock him down or anything? He didn't? Oh.
He might have not. No, I don't think he did. I think it just went the distance.
This John Jones thing, he had a lot of issues with drugs, and a second hit and run came out from New Mexico, and he retired shortly after that news broke. And guy was just a mess, accused of cheating a lot. He's got one loss, and it's via DQ. So
he did put on a show, and he did sell seats, though. You know what I mean? He did.
That's one guy I will watch.
I've watched him a few times. I don't watch much UFC, but I have watched him a few times.
Yeah, and when he fought Cormier, he kept poking him in the eyes. And there's a lot of stuff about him, and then just to run, you're this legend, right? And one thing I thought was funny, he says his two brothers would beat his ass. John Jones says that his two older brothers, who are Chris Jones from the Chiefs and Chandler Jones from the Raiders,
like Jones,
would beat John Jones' ass.
Is it really his brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sure. And he says both my older brothers would beat my ass, even though he's the UFC champion.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
What a family.
Yeah. All right, cash or trash time. I don't know if you guys have a reference for St. Louis Blues old jerseys. St. Louis Blues 2025. All right, real quick, cash or trash on these. So this is what the jerseys, it's taking me to a new site. This is what the jerseys used to look like, and these are the new jerseys.
Trash.
Just because it's hockey, you can tell if you like the colors or not. That's pretty easy.
It reminds me of the Chargers.
I'm gonna say trash. I kind of like the colors, but the older jerseys were pretty hot.
Yeah,
I like them. I like them better. I do like the colors, though. You know what I mean? But doesn't it look kind of weird the way they got the yellow? Doesn't it make his body look long as hell or something? Isn't something wrong?
Yeah, something's off. They're cash. I just think that this would have been better as an alternate, like a third jersey.
Yeah, maybe if the stripes were up on the shoulders or something.
They're getting rid of the old ones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I had to pick one, that's trash. I like the old ones.
Yeah, I do too. I agree.
Yeah. A lot of contrast there. It's nice.
Well, while you're doing that, I put this in here because Dodgers and Padres have been going at it. There's been a few teams going at it, and there's a lot of headshots, high pitches, you know what I mean, pelting people. Now, if you're going to toss somebody, should it be just tossed and they don't get anything for it? So now they're like, okay, I can do it next game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it should miss a start or a something.
The cash or trash is ejected players should be suspended and fined.
I like it. I think it's cash. I mean, yeah, in baseball, somebody does something you don't like, you pelt them. Should be over with right there. If they want to retaliate, all right, they pelt them. But these guys are going high. A couple of people got hit on the top of the shoulder. You know, baseball rule, unwritten rule. You hit somebody, it's in the butt. It's in the lower back. You know what I mean? Maybe the forearm. You kind of don't want to kill somebody, the thigh. These dudes, I mean, I don't like the head hunting, popping off the helmet and stuff like that, but I think they should, you know, a small suspension, small fine, maybe a game, just miss a start. But if you're not giving them anything, there's no repercussions. You can wait till 6th inning when you're almost done and pelt the dude. You know, I don't know.
I think anyone should be banned from the MLB if they hit Ohtani. That's unacceptable.
Oh, they don't like that. They did not like that at all. He got hit twice.
Yeah, those announcers, they were really
they
broken
did
up
not like
it.
that.
Oh my God, their Japanese connection.
They said you need to arrest that guy, put him in jail, do life,
capital punishment for hitting Ohtani.
Yeah,
I think this is trash. Kinda. I think repeat offenders should start to miss games and start to get fines. But if you do them once or twice in a season, you know, maybe the guy was trying to hit him in the side and he kind of overthrew. But repeat offenders, guys like that Hunter Strickland thing with Bryce Harper a few years ago where Bryce Harper hit a walk-off home run on him. He waited like 3 years when he
that's what he thought about every single day.
Dirtbag.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like the headshots. I don't like the high stuff. You're throwing 100, you know what I mean? That's crazy. You could kill somebody.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I hit him in the ass, hit him in, like you said, the thigh. All right.
Yeah.
And this is for any sport. I mean, when I put it in there, I just meant for any sport.
I agree with Dan that the fact that, I mean, if you do it once, okay, you can get your fine, but to lose out on games, what is it in NBA? Because I know Draymond Green gets it all the time.
How about like Tatis? They hit him back-to-back days. One was in the wrist, one was in the back. You know what I mean? Is it going to be an everyday thing? And then they go back at them? And
should it be depending on what it is? Because, like, what if the coach comes out and he's just talking and he gets ejected? Now he misses games?
No, stuff like that. I don't think that.
That's what so it should be more
of the players,
like malice kind of. You know what I mean?
It's tough. It's just tough.
Yeah.
One of them things that's kind of right teeter-tottering in the middle. I mean, you just don't want anybody pelting people in the head is my main thing.
Yeah, I get that.
And then if you're going to do it day after day, you know, you're the first guy you hit, you're not going to get tossed. Like if I hit Tatis on Monday, then I hit him again on Sunday, they're not going to toss me. You know, they're going to toss me if it happens again. And then the other thing that's crap is if they hit Tatis on Monday, they hit him on Saturday, the same dude, and now I hit somebody, they warn me. Now, wait, hold on. He's been hitting my dude all year, and I finally retaliate, and now you want to warn me. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I just thought maybe a little fine, nothing, $500,000, but I'm saying a $10,000 fine, which gets their attention but doesn't hurt them. Maybe just miss one start. You know, nothing crazy. I'm not saying
not like a WNBA fine, like $400, something like that.
$3.80 fine.
Give me your lunch money.
Yeah, it's tough because I think it should be at the discretion of the umps, like what grade, like they have.
They should have,
flagrants.
Right. Yeah.
Well, in that case, if Ohtani ever gets hit again, that dude's gone.
Yeah.
Immediately
He'll
gone.
be in Mexico with Trevor Bauer. Player movement, team to team, in sports make it more interesting / exciting.
Saying they should make it, or does it?
Does the constant shifting of players from team to team make it more exciting for you?
Absolutely, Cash. Because it gets kind of old, like KD on the Suns. I mean, that's kind of played out. We already know how that's going to end. Goes the Rockets. Hey, I'm going to watch.
But then on the other hand, what if you're an Aaron Judge fan and they trade Aaron Judge on you? Now you're stuck with the Yankees and you don't have Judge no more.
You're going to be an A's fan, I guess.
But I will never be an A's fan. You know what I mean? I'm a Yankee fan no matter what happens. Now, if you're trading my dudes off, like I would hate to be give me an example of somebody.
Dallas Mavericks?
I would hate to be you know what I mean? If you keep trading my guys off, how can you ever love the team? How can you know what I mean? Like I'm lucky, like Green Bay, they keep pretty much their roster. You know what I mean? They'll keep guys for a while.
Yeah.
And I mean, teams like that, but if you're a team that they just keep rotating your dudes, how can you ever get comfortable loving the team?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, whenever these low teams, you're just switching out your guys. How about the poor Marlins?
Yeah.
Man, if Marlins would have kept their team from 10 years ago, had them all this time, holy hell, Yelich and Stanton and, oh my
Chisholm,
God.
Arise.
Was it Acuna or Ozuna?
Arise.
What was the other one? Acuna or Ozuna played for them?
Oh, Marcelo Ozuna.
Yeah, man, what a squad. Holy hell.
Yeah.
But it's just hard to love the team if they keep. But I see what you're saying too. That switch it up a little bit. But
do you prefer it to like maybe players are more locked in when they sign a contract?
I like it with my team. You know, my team. I like the rest of the league can do whatever they want.
I do. It does make it more exciting for me, but trying to follow hockey as I have been for this first month or so, whatever it's been.
And now you know nothing.
Now all these players, like I know the entire Florida team from watching I watch almost every Florida game in the playoffs. But now 3 of their main players are leaving, and they just traded some dude to the Capitals. Like I never heard of this guy, so he must have been in their minor league system, and it's just
when I thought I had it.
Yeah, but it just is crazy. It's hard to follow. You really got to dedicate a lot of time to it to be able to, because like with NFL, with baseball, I know a majority of the players.
Yeah.
So when it said Luis Arise goes to the Padres, it's like, oh, okay, I can see that.
Deebo Samuel goes to Washington. You're like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. But if you're trying to get into football and you just start watching the 49ers, you're like, where's all my guys?
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I don't know. There's really nothing you can do about it. But all this stuff with the NHL, I'm just so confused.
What just happened?
And then they have the draft tonight, and the players they're drafting aren't really going to be seen on main rosters like baseball for a few years. So it's not like NFL where your number one pick, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see him on the field this year. So then you got to kind of like put these guys in your memory bank unless they get traded. It's something. But, yeah. Anything else? I think we're at the end of the rope here. So
it was fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
First one on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they can see how pretty I am.
Were you?
He took his shirt off before we started.
Were you doing trivia or was that something else?
No, I didn't have any trivia.
Oh, I swear, didn't you say trivia?
Yeah,
he was clowning us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows, he knows how good we're at trivia and how many times he had to edit it when we did trivia in the past.
Yeah. So behind this black curtain here is a couch. The eventual plan is to get these guys on the couch and I'll be at the desk, maybe 2 cameras, split screen. But I think this will do for now, right?
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Yeah. All right, so that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. Do all the commenting and subscribing and stuff, and we'll catch you guys later.